Welcome to Your World Within Daily. I'm Eddie Pinero, and in this episode, I'm going to talk about a quote from Woody Allen where he addresses what he believes is the most important thing you can do to make things happen in life. So this is another one of those quotes that, it's attributed to Woody Allen, and he's talked about it on interviews. I don't know if it was originally from him as far as the idea, but he's definitely advocated for it. And the concept is that 80% of life is simply showing up. 80% of life is stepping up, starting, and then letting the chips fall where they may, right? And in one of the interviews where he's talking about that quote, I believe he used the reference of a script, right, for movies. And he's like, look, having a script means you're most of the way there, right? Having it done means you can edit, means you can change, means you have something to work off from. Whereas, in the world of a creator or someone making something, the biggest obstacle is not doing something, right? Those days where it just feels, as he puts it, so heavy to even begin. Because no matter what you do, and this is such an interesting truth, it's like, no matter how much you love what you do, there are days where you just aren't in it. You just mentally, and maybe even physically, you're just not there. And those are the days when it's most important to start. And the expectation doesn't need to be the world. The expectation doesn't need to be that it's something game-changing or revolutionary, but the expectation has to be that you are the kind of person that even when you don't want to, you sit yourself in front of that computer and you just start typing. And maybe nothing comes from it, maybe nothing does, or maybe something does, but you showed up. When it was most difficult, you showed up. And the interesting thing is that sometimes that situation is exactly when the best stuff comes. Believe it or not, when we don't want to be there, or we're really using, all the discipline we have left in our body to make it happen, great things come from those moments. And it's another one of those things where, I think in this situation, he's talking about script writing, but it applies to every single thing we do. Like all of these concepts, we're all different. We're all, in different worlds with different narratives, different stories, different priorities. But, that will always be a commonality. There are times when you don't want to do what you most need to do. And the ability to, and actually, I'm going to backstep, like it is an identity thing. It is seeing yourself as that. The person that makes it happen, the person that finds it within themselves to show up, to be there, to just do something to get the ball rolling. But that's the idea. I'd advocate that. That's why I love the quote. I believe in it wholeheartedly. When you are someone that shows up, it really does pay dividends down the road. So I hope that this concept helps and this podcast provided some value. And if it did, please make sure to subscribe, rate, and review. I believe that's just an Apple podcast thing. But, if you are on Apple or you're listening on an iPhone, I'd greatly appreciate that. Helps me get it out to the world. So gracias, and I will catch you guys tomorrow.